Hi! Okay, so I'm so excited. I'm on day 23. 23 days ago, could not have imagined doing very low calorie for this long. But I love it, and I'm going to keep going until my body tells me that's enough. So, I've been doing it 23 days. I've lost 19.2 pounds, which I'm very excited. It's almost to 20. It's so close to 20. So, my goal was to lose 30 altogether. So, if I can lose 30, that would be marvelous. I pretty much plan on just going until I hit 30. And then doing another round because, let's face it, I have a long way to go. Okay, I've lost 11 inches total off my stomach, and I measure in 3 different spots, like the smallest part of my waist, around my belly button, and then my hips. Losing Laura, she's amazing. I watch her videos. She very well described the stomach situation. I love her, but basically it looks like you've had babies. You haven't had babies. So that is going down. I am so happy. I really should have done a before picture. Honestly, I was just way too embarrassed. I didn't want to do a straight on in your face, here's a before. I figured I have plenty of pictures that I hate myself in, so I can find one that pretty well describes or visualizes, I guess, what I looked like. So I guess I should have, but I didn't. Oh well. Okay, so I love, my new favorite thing is tomato soup with ground chicken meatballs. I found ground chicken at Winco. I couldn't find ground chicken at Walmart, and I was shocked because they have a lot of random stuff. It's 1 pound. I think it was like $3 or $4 for a pound. I made meatballs out of it. I just divided it into 5 3-ounce portions. I made larger meatballs with them. I stuck them in the freezer for a few minutes because they were starting to get mushy by the time I got them home from the store. So then I took them out and I divided each of the 5 meatballs into 8 smaller ones, and I seasoned them with salt and garlic powder and onion powder. So then I cooked them in about 1 inch of water. I seasoned it again, like in the water, just to try and give the broth flavor. And it seemed to work really well because the broth was delicious and the meatballs, I don't know if you would call that poached, but I didn't need oil and they were really good. So then I let them cool and I froze all of them in Ziplocs. Okay, so then this morning, I normally try not to eat until around 12. I do better, it seems, if I do that. But this morning I woke up and I was just craving something delicious because I've been very strict. Very strict. I haven't cheated. I have 3 basic meal plans that I follow, which if anybody out there in YouTube world is watching, I would be more than happy to break that down. It just helps me. It's very plain. And that's what I need to do, is just keep it super simple because people get crazy with recipes and stuff sometimes. No offense, your recipes look fantastic. It just doesn't work for me. So anywho, back to the tomatoes. I haven't had tomatoes yet this whole time, but I got some last night and I was thinking ground chicken, tomatoes, let's try and do a soup of some kind. So I diced my tomatoes, I put in a clove of garlic, finely diced, I added water. I added the chicken broth from last night from cooking my meatballs. I let that hang out for a little while, and then I added in the frozen meatballs. So it was 8 frozen meatballs, 1 tomato, and I let that simmer for maybe 10 minutes. I couldn't keep my eyes off it. I was so excited, so it took forever, it felt like. After it was done, I took the meatballs out. I took an immersion blender, and I blended the tomato and garlic and all the spices in there to make like a smooth tomato soup. After I did that, I put my meatballs back in. It was so delicious. It was boiling hot lava temperature, but I couldn't leave it alone. I set it down to cool down, and I couldn't stop going back to it. It was so good. My tongue is burnt right now. which is going to make eating cucumber later much easier to handle. So it was good. It was so good. And I am stuffed right now. Adding that hot liquid into it and making it a big bowl of hearty soup was so good. I also added pizza spice. It's a blend, and no, it doesn't have sugar. Yes, I double checked. Yes, I Googled it. It's just this straight spices mixed together. We got it at Marshall's, and they carry the most random awesome stuff sometimes. If you don't have a Marshall's, which everyone does pretty much, but like TJ Maxx and Ross, they do the same thing. They buy out the leftovers. So it's like really good stuff. I'd never even seen it before in like a Walmart or a Winco. So anyway, so I added that. It tasted like just amazing Italian soup. And if you love Italian food, it's perfect. So, also, if anybody knows about garlic, I've Googled, and I'm a good Googler, I could not find if you can actually have garlic, or if it's off the protocol, or if it's just something people do anyway, kind of like yellow mustard. I don't know, but I'd like to know. It's one of my favorites, and I'd like to know if I can start using it now and then. Also, one more thing before I go. Melba toast. I got Melba toast. I was not a fan. Okay, my skin had been clearing up so well since I started doing this, and I was like, maybe it's because I'm not eating dairy anymore. Well, then I had Melba toast one day, and the next day I broke out like crazy, and I have Orion's belts on my forehead. It's really annoying. So I'm still clearing up from that, and that was like 5 days ago. I don't know if that's what it is. My period came. I didn't break out. Everything was fine. Yeah, so I don't know. I think I'm not going to do Melba toast personally, just for me. I might try to not do wheat, because I'm trying to do like process of elimination after I'm done with phase 2 and everything. I want to figure out what my body runs best on. And so my first thing I'm going to try to eliminate is wheat and see how that goes. Anywho, now I have 2 boxes of Melba toast and I don't know what to do with them. I'm not eating them, so. Alright, thanks for watching. If you did, if you didn't, don't blame you. There are many more amusing people out there. So, have a wonderful day. Deuce. Deuce. Who says that? Bye.